Welcome back to forgetting. Yeah, forgetting. That's the word for it. It's called forgetting because I don't remember what happened last time. I think it had something to do with Gumshoe being the main victim now or killer now, and no one really believes that, but everyone that's not us. So let's see what happens. All right, save. Okay, in this episode, we're gonna see what this episode has to deal with them. I love how these things are called episodes now, so that helps me very much. Can you please say it faster? Okay, good. So you're at the third floor lobby of District Court 3 or whatever it's called, whatever district we're at 4:45 at September 10th. Okay. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cadopian Embassy staff members? Oh yeah, that thing, the thing that we're actually supposed to do. Indeed, since both the suspect and prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. So we don't win? Dang it! But we're the ones that's left alive. We're the only ones left alive now. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. Okay, I guess we didn't win. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Thank you, man! Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus it has all become. No, duh! Everyone's dead besides us! And I don't know how long we're gonna last! That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivety. An outrageous circus. Right, sir. I don't think we should be calling it that, but okay. I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case. But I want to work on this case. You can make me. Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? He'll consider it. I know how that sounds. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever. 4. I know that there's already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there's not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. We can fabricate it! Don't worry about that, crap. I'm such a good person. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. Are we still believing that Gumshoe's the one who did this? The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no... Hey! What did we do? Jerk, you were the one praising us for a second. Now you're calling me worthless? Swear to God, if we just say right, sir, I'm going to be very angry at this guy. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? He doesn't believe it's Gumshoe, does he? Miles and I, we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. We are? I guess we are. Plus, being able to investigate the real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. Yeah, that's why we've had at least 4 other reasons why we were actually able to do this. It's such a rare opportunity. We can just walk into a court. We can just walk into investigating a real crime scene and somehow investigate it. I'm not even sure how we do that. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? I don't believe she's doing this for us. If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then you're allowing us to continue? I don't think he's allowing. I think he just like, I don't really care enough to stop you. In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to win. At least he's saying, at least that's not a no. We have to make sure you become reorganized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? I was about to say V, that's the best part about it. Hey, I don't know if we have his blessings. Who is the freaking police officer laying on the couch there? My insured Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the result of your competition. Oh, thanks. I'm so beating a 13 or 10 or 12. How old is this person again? I don't remember. I think like maybe 12. Francisca, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's Hey! That means that the competition is still on. Hey! That's kinda true, but still. I couldn't let you get off so easily. What? Well, technically if we believe in Detective Lie, our stuff is correct. Okay, so I know I don't have enough information yet. So my first order of business would be to question anyone involved with this case. I'm assuming the guy laying on the I don't care about you, Ed. Why are you following me if we're supposed to be doing our separate investigations? Whatever. I want to learn about you. Sir, nothing to report, sir. I like this guy already. He knows what's up. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Apparently you can, like, take pay cuts, so I mean, like, you could do it if you want. Looks like we have no choice but to report this. Don't we have that ability? Oh god, that's a scary thought. Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. Oh god. So you're washing your hands or trying to clog a toilet. I'm not quite sure. You seem to be very important about this school. You will not let me through, and you two are yelling at each other. Okay, so this seems fun. I want to learn about you. What the heck are you doing? I can't stop the water, sir. There's something called a faucet. It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from. That's a thing? You can't. Bunch of fools who pretend to not see the foolish actions of a foolish fool. Love that word, foolish. Well then, why don't you lend this officer a hand? That's boring. As if I should have anything to do with this. That's actually true. What? Why is this not important? Don't they have like a faculty like drinking area that we could just get whenever we want or something? Alright, what do you have to say? Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene now, weren't you? Oh, how do you forget about the person who was whipping everybody besides you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I'm sure to become the successor to... What about us? Oh yeah, we're not technically von Karma, but still! Hey! I'm not quite sure which one he's talking about. It's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Dang. You know, that's actually smart. Why are you whipping me? Because they can't show a female getting whipped. I'm seriously thinking about just cutting that part out. Oh my god, that was forget I said that. Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask you. I mean, like, that'll stop your question. That'll stop your waiting thing. Don't see why that's funny. And that to ask of you? I don't see why this is funny. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with the super serious atmosphere. Aren't you always serious though? Or at least that weird detective dude that literally looks like he could be in like CSI or FBI thing does. Ooh, I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in the defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. Where's the gunshot? Where did the murder happen? Is it number 2? And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. Okay, so both of them have alibis. You were with Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Kinda like to know about the something you discuss. So I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. So that, thing, the FBI dude's important to the one where the embassy guy got killed. This is just all so confusing. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. Oh. But, you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you are talking about. We figured something out before you, that's what happened. I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does this case relate to you, monsieur? How did you not realize? How did we realize before you? Take that! You're making that super serious face again. Ha 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 ha. Alright, it's not funny. I'm fine, really. I really don't believe it. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. What pride? What wounds? I don't understand your belief system. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kinda creepy. Oops, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they made up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made it. Really? That's kind of important, actually. I guess they both hated the Yatagarasu? It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scene. I see, he did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. I forgot that part. Alright, so let's learn about the Yatagarasu. I know I'm kind of hitting the last one and the first one, but narratively it works better like that. I like narratives. I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. Aren't you like the leader who tried to like get him arrested or something? Or is that like everyone here? Except for the guy who's sleeping on the couch and the guy who's trying to like stop the water or something. I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. How do you know about this person? Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives. So, instead of a thief, he's a murderer. That escalated. You're not very funny, or witty. Are you, Lil Vice Von Karma? I mean, like, Art of Von Karma's ever witty? Apparently we're witty because we just stare at it correctly. Don't! Oh. That even made sense of it! That's awesome, and why can't we sue her then? There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. I don't understand. I would just assume don't whip at all, but yeah, sure, whip me. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Okay, I have to admit it was actually kind of funny, but still. Of course it was. Hey. My pain is not fun! Exactly! Why does my pain give them delight? Why am I never good with the women? With the women's of my life? What is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information. Namely, in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. So if he was destroying everyone, why didn't he go against like that crazy guy in the first game where the red-white fellow in the first game who was like doing blackmailing crap and no one really figured out because reasons. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals. I'm doing the Francisca voice at this time. Okay, I like pie. Okay, never mind. And then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. He actually does to me too, to be honest. Kind of don't like that idea of just taking information, because there's a reason why companies make things secretive. It's not only because like they're doing backroom dealings and blackmailing crap. They're also needing to do like public and strategy meetings and stuff like that. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I don't like her anymore. That's never a good sign when the person is being good or it's profiting them. You claim at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bod. But don't you lawyers always discuss the trial with your clients during recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. Okay, so he wanted to talk to Mr. Rell for some reason. We don't know why. After that, Mr. Bad came into the lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. About? I'm assuming it's a secret! Or it was insults. Or one of the above. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. That's kinda bad, to be honest. Bloody, when she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Well, she never really insulted us. Yeah, actually she has quite a bit, but still. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murder occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. So the only person who seems to be in this hallway at that time was Gumshoe, and he's lying, so we kinda don't have anything right now. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up, so why is he saying that he was? Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there is no footage of him sneaking into the Cadopian Embassy itself. So why does that matter? Is the Cadopian Embassy where the KG8 incident was? Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. Oh, boy. That's not gonna go well with Edgeworth. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. Okay, so this is... I'm starting to understand Edgeworth's belief system now. This is where Edgeworth's beliefs in that all people are criminals and that defense people are evil type things come from. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. They're no match for us Von Karmas. I mean, freaking Manfred never lost, besides with one person, so I guess that's correct. Hey! Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? Hey! Actually, why am I saying hey? We're not even Von Karma. And Edgeworth, did you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. That's not a good sign. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. Oh, then what did she say? The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. Oh, well, at least she has some type of morals. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. At least she has some morals. I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. Should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Alright, and we're going to do that next episode. So next episode, we're actually going to talk to Mr. Gumshoe. In this episode, we only did, like, one real big thing. I just kind of, like, played around with water and, what was the other guys? And, like, freaking couch guys. So next episode, we're going to see what we're going to do. So this is Neon362 signing off. And see you all next time.